If you pray, don't worry. And if you worry, don't pray. Don't we wish life was that simple? Don't we wish life was that easy? Like, oh my God, yeah, I just prayed, so now my worries are gone. I put it all in the Lord. Oh yes, let me get back to being happy. No, it's not that simple. It's not that fucking simple. I can't say that I do that every time I'm successful at that, because I'm not. I pray and I still worry and I still pray. But at the end of the day, I have an understanding that I'm going to be okay regardless of what happens. You got to get to the point to know that what you can control is all that you can control. You get what I'm saying? And I made this video specifically because I'm praying, and I probably might cry in this video. I'm praying, but I'm still worrying, but I'm still praying. And as long as I keep praying and I keep my faith, I'm doing all I need to do, and I'm going to be okay. So, my father, he has health issues. You know, he don't have the best kidney. He had a transplant, thanks to my beautiful cousin. And unfortunately, he had got the kidney disease that come with having a transplant, to where your body fights the new kidney. And that's what happened to him. And now he's kind of back in the same situation. And I think he's a little defeated. And outside looking in, you want to be like, hey, you got too many kids to lose faith right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going. You got to get up. But nobody knows what it's like to be him. Nobody knows what it's like to deal with the shit that he's dealing with. And nobody knows what it's like to feel the pain that he feels. So this is not the time to judge, and this is not the time to look down on. This is the time to uplift. This is the time to encourage, and this is the time to lean on God. Now, this is something that is completely out of my control. So now I got to think about what is in my control. What's my control is to make sure every opportunity I got, I tell him that I love him. I talk to him. I hear his voice, and I spend time with him. That's all I could do. As well as pray. I got to pray for him, and I got to pray for me. I got to pray for all of us. That's all that I could do. I can't be no doctor. I can't go find him a transplant. I just got to do what I could do. Now, with me doing what I could do and praying being what's in my control, I pray. But I can't sit here and lie and say, I don't worry. And honestly, when it comes to that saying is a great saying when something is not so life-changing, life-altering. When it comes to getting accepted for a job, a school, a car, don't worry, pray. And if you worry, don't pray. Because that's completely out of your hands. And you know what? Regardless, you're going to be okay. Now, I'm also going to be okay. But this is going to change my life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, my life is going to be changed forever. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm all on board for if you worry, don't pray. If you pray, don't worry. I'm all on board for that. But we got to be real. It's moments where you go through some shit to where you still worrying while you praying. It's moments somebody could get shot that you love and you pray and you still worry. That peace that comes from praying is something that we got to work on and we got to work towards, to where we understand that praying is enough not to worry. And there's a lot of situations where I'm able to find that peace. But this situation, I'm going to be real, I cannot. So don't beat yourself up for still worrying if you pray. But don't worry about everything that you pray about. Focus on what you can control. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if this video makes sense and if it's kind of contradicting and like everywhere, but I'm still going to post it regardless, or in case my daddy watches or if anybody gets me and understand I'm all for, if you pray, don't worry. If you worry, don't pray. But there's going to be moments where you got to do both. But keep praying. Even if you got to worry while you pray, keep praying. Keep your faith. Know that you're going to be okay. Keep your head high. Keep your God near you and close and strong. Keep your head up and focus on what you can control. You can't control if you get hired. You can't control if you get accepted, but you can control how you react, and you can control what you do after. You can decide to apply to the job you really want and apply to other backup jobs so that regardless of what happens, you're going to get employed. And you got to understand that if it's a no, then it's not for you. The rejection is a redirection. It's not the end of the world. Even with my situation, even though if the worst is bound to happen, God forbid, it's going to feel like the end of the world. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not going to be fucked up. But it's not going to be the end of the world, and I'm going to have to live for him, and he's going to live through me. And I'm going to be okay. It may take months. It may take years, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to have a new reality, but I'm going to be okay. Just like you. Whatever you're worrying about, whatever you're praying about, you're going to be okay. It may not be the outcome you want, but you're going to be okay. Your life may completely change, but you're going to be okay. But don't think you can't do both. It's just not recommended. Because you got to build enough trust and faith into the Lord that a prayer is all you need. And let that be your peace. And let that guide you through your life. And it's much easier said than done. And I'm not there 100% to teach you. I could just tell you what I do to reach to that peace. And that is to focus on what I can control. And I got to do it every day because sometimes I still worry and I still stress because I'm human. But I got to remind myself, focus on what I can control. And that peace creeps into my heart and it lets me be okay. And I'm able to breathe again. So, don't pray if you don't worry or whatever they say.